this thing. All right, we're gonna take a look at this guy here. Customer brought this computer in. It's got an interesting little case going on with it. It is not posting. And when I say it is not posting, I mean like it powers on, but it doesn't actually post. Now let's go ahead and toss on my microphone and go through this. We'll go through this together. Yes, this case is incredibly bad. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If you like these videos, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Yeah, so this is an interesting case design. We have 3 glass plates. 4 glass plates? 3 glass plates. Got one at the top, one on the front, and one on the side here. So let's go ahead and pull these off first. This thing is just this is a fit in here. This is a small form factor case, and this guy is using a box, just a little cardboard box, to hold up his 3080. So what I want to do is I want to go through and we just got to start testing things. Start with just try and turn it on again, see what happens. Hey, it works. Like, I'm not going to deny that it works. The only thing that like when you get into these small form factor PCs, like, I love them to death, but at the same time, like, this radiator, we only have room for a single fan on this radiator. So, all right, so we're not getting anything out of there. Let's go ahead and start tearing it down. First things first. So let's go ahead and, no, there's nothing on this. And I plugged in a speaker at the front when I was working on it up at the front counter, and I wasn't getting anything out of it through the speaker either. This feels so sketchy. Something doesn't feel right here. I mean, above and beyond this box. That's a lot of movement. Something's not right here. Don't think that is motherboard related. That looks fine. That's just a lot of CPU or GPU movement. What are you? Just found something. It's probably nothing, but it looks dry. So I'm going to forego saying anything, but if I bring it up later, I'll bring it up. So this should 100% be up here for compatibility's sake. All right, he doesn't know specifically which GPU or which CPU he had. Let's see if the CPU alone. Oh no, he has a 10900K if I remember right. Thinking of another guy. Let's see if 10900K should have video out. No, this looks relatively like clean comparatively. So we're not getting any video out there. Let's grab a video card for testing. Which one do we want to grab? We grab this guy. This is a GTX. Oh, this might not work. It's a GTX 650. What's this one? This one was this is also a 650. Let's see if the 650 actually works. Oh, everything about this is awkward. All right, so that's in there. That's a video card. All right. So this might potentially be a motherboard issue. This guy is just spun up to 100%. All right, let me find my speaker real quick. All right, let's zoom in here. So right next to this, we're gonna go this way. So right next to this, we have these 4 pins right here. These 4 pins are for a speaker. And we'll see if we're getting any sort of beep code with this other video card in here. Still not getting a beep code. So we're gonna start pulling stuff. We're not seeing any like postcodes. This motherboard has no status LEDs. It doesn't have a 7-segment display. This is gonna be the true test here. I think the motherboard might be dead because I should be getting, this thing should be screaming right now. So something is definitely wrong with either the CPU or the motherboard, because at this point I should be hearing post beeps. Let's keep taking stuff off here until we do get a post beep. Let's unplug this. Pull out our 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue. We know how much I love Western Digital here. Not really much plugged into this at this point. Still have Wi-Fi plugged in. We're going to do this just to be on the safe side in case that CPU, the video card is not compatible with this. But then we immediately run into the issue of this thing requires a micro USB cable, which I don't think I have floating around over here. Again, same thing. The GPU fan ramps to 100%, and then that's all she wrote, unfortunately. Let's try doing this in case that GPU socket is bad. The PCI X was it 8 or 16 on this guy. It's a Z490. So same thing. All we're getting is ramping. Sure. Next, let's hit the CPU. This won't be some weird CPU like mount or socket, I promise. That out there. Put on some gloves as per usual in this situation. And we're gonna grab this CPU. This is a 10700F that I just happen to have here. So I'm looking in his box and I can clearly see that this CPU has been in this box before. All right, let's find out if his CPU is dead. CPU in, GPU in. Well now, that's different. We got a post beep. I'm not getting any video out, but I did get a post beep. So, fortunately, it looks like possibly he has a dead CPU. No, that's not what that was. That was it saying, hey, by the way, you put a new CPU in the socket. Yeah. So I can't show you what's on the screen. I don't think that's, yeah, it's not outputting. But basically what's on the screen is we're getting press enter to go into the BIOS, new CPU installed, the VGA card is not supported. Compatibility support mode have been changed for the compatibility. CPU fan speed error detected. So unfortunately for this customer, he's going to be replacing his CPU. And as we all know, when you end up with a CPU that's 2 generations out of date, you are in a world of hurt when it comes to pricing, because scalpers have figured out that if you are in a situation where you actually need to replace your CPU, and you're either buying new or you're buying a scalped, or not scalped, but like a refurbished CPU. So let's see how much the 10900K is selling for. So they're still $230 used on eBay. I mean, all the way up to $410 on Amazon. Well, we're at this point, we are 3 generations behind, 4 technically, because we obviously we're on 14. So $410. They still sell brand new for $499. You can still buy the Comet Lake. How much are they selling it for? 0 new in stock. What are we looking at on eBay? Is it a K? Yes, it is not a KF. $339. $132, and that's a bid. So let me call this guy. See what he wants to do, because that sucks. So unfortunately, that's where he's at. He's gonna look around, see what he can find, and we'll come back with what he decides on, and kind of help him make a determination from there. It's just, it sucks when something like that happens. This is the same processor I have in my computer at home. So we will pick again, we're going to pick this up tomorrow or the day after, whenever he decides to get back to me with what he wants to do. So we'll see you in a few. Yep, it's an 11th Gen i9. All right, so this is part 2. This is the weird, like this case is just so, it's a thing. All right, so as a recap, I'm gonna go through this. This is this guy's old processor. This is an Intel Core i9 10900K, and so he went ahead and ordered a 10 or an 11900K. And today we're going to go ahead and get that installed. We might do a little bit of cable management, but at worst, we are getting this used CPU installed and praying that it's going to work. And we hope this isn't like some random Chinese knockoff CPU. This thing looks like brand new. Wonder how much he paid for it. Ah, that's right, he ordered it new. Never mind. I'm remembering now. Alright. Got it installed. Let's do a quick post test before we start reinstalling everything in here. That installed. Power. I might have to flash this BIOS, because that is not posting. Just set that on there briefly. Interesting. Nah, don't. If you don't have the money, don't spend money on me. I don't need anyone's money. I'm not going to have people spend money on me. You just following is more than adequate. It's greatly appreciated. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up having to flash this. How wild would it be if this motherboard suddenly stopped working for i9s? I have never seen that. What if the hell do I get to the power supply on this thing? Is it through here? What if I am going to need to have this other frickin', let me just put that on there. I'm curious if this is going to need that secondary power cord for this, for the CPU socket with this. I can just tell you I hate this case. Like, I hate this case. It's a 1000 watt power supply. Oh wow, he's just got stuff just chilling in here. Alright, we'll see what happens now. Here's the main reason I dislike this case. The power button for this case is on the bottom of the case. I have to come down here, press that. So this is still not working. Is this 590V? Is that what this is? Prime Z. Man, I know. We're gonna put the model number of our motherboard 490V. Put the model of our motherboard directly underneath. So we put the new processor in there, and we are getting the same result. So here's what we're gonna do. I know I already did this once. We're gonna go ahead and do it again. We're gonna upgrade. We're gonna flash the BIOS. And I know I've already flashed the BIOS once, but I'm gonna do it again, just to be safe. And then this is something, oh gosh. I swear what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna disconnect. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna disconnect this power switch from down here. And then just jump these. You can already hear that it's not ramping to 100% immediately. I need to switch to that input. This input needs to be VGA. I need to put a screw on there. I'm gonna put another screw on there. All right, so no way to screen cap this for you guys. Sorry. This is going via VGA. So let me go into the setup. Easy tuning, boot. I don't see a way to quickly flash it from out here. Advanced. We go to tool. Easy flash. Read this file. Yes. Update the BIOS. Yes. So they're on version 1 and we're going to version 1621. There are literally this motherboard. I thought I had updated the BIOS. The BIOS version on this is 1001. Unbelievable, Chris. Unbelievable. So we're going to give that a second. And then once that's done, we'll be back. So 10... No, this is still not right. Oh, it's right. Okay, it's fine. So let's unplug this. Let's turn this off. Let's swap this CPU one more time. It's one thing living in Florida that I miss snow. Like when I went, my dad lives in North Dakota, and every time I go by my dad, I always hope it's going to snow. And no, we immediately get a high fan. Now I am perplexed. Batting 1,000 with this. It's actually a more modern motherboard. Windows keyboard doesn't work on it. All right, this is the motherboard I replaced the CPU cooler. All right, now I got to call this guy and give him the great news. So I got good news and bad news. Good news. You're getting to start with the bad news. All right, so we just went from replacing the CPU in this computer to replacing the motherboard in this computer. All right. Before we do that, we got to test. Make sure that this is all working. Plug that in. Plug this in. Plug it in. Plug it in. All right, that in. Pull out my CPU. Set my CPU over there. Put their CPU in. Let's grab an HDMI. I don't know if this actually has HDMI, if this actually has video out. I know most all Intels do. Please be compatible. Yeah, this is at 11900K. It's 100% going to have video out. Right? I just need to get a boot. Come on. You can do it. Like it just turned itself off. Yeah, that's a problem. Pretty sure I am just overheating this thing like incredibly. Doesn't have to be exact. It just needs to make contact with this at this point. And pull some of the heat away, because I think that's what's happening here. Might have to flash this BIOS. Why did this fan stop spinning? Turn this off. I need this fan to spin, like, desperately. I might need to upgrade this BIOS. Looks like my fan has finally died on my old faithful here. Oh, it is pouring heat into this thing. I gotta let this cool down for a second, because that's gonna be... Well, it's actually not so bad. Not as bad as I expected it to be. It'd make me very, very sad if this cooler suddenly doesn't work. It's worked for years. Yeah, I think this cooler's kind of dead. I am not having it. This kid's computer is like cursed. It is just one thing after another. This is that motherboard that I just repaired. All right, thank you. Finally, let's flash this BIOS. Selected file is not a proper BIOS. It's not a proper BIOS. Plug it into there. We're now getting hung up on VGA. Why am I having so much trouble with this? We're stopping on... Okay, it went past VGA this time. I have no idea what this card is. It's working, though. How is it not a proper... This is a Strix B15CE. Is that not what this is? B560G, that's correct. This motherboard might be from a pre-built. It's a G15CE. Yeah, this might be from a pre-built.
I realize.
Yeah, I didn't get it from a pre-built, but it is from a pre-built. I'm remembering this now. So this is an EXE for Windows. All that just so I could open up a folder, come in here and see if this is going to work. Yeah, but the problem is it's a Western Digital drive, so it might not always start up correctly because Western Digital drive things. Like, it's not actually, like, why is it forcing me to restart? It's not updating the BIOS. Oh, damn it. I am not going to be able to upgrade this for this kid. This is incredibly frustrating. Jeez. Oh. This is new. I wonder if there's a new... It's doing something. That is correct. It should be going to 216. Ugh. We'll see what this does. Because I don't know what the F this is doing, man. You know what? I'm going through all this, and I'm probably going to run into a situation where this board is only compatible with, like, specific CPUs. And I'm not going to have anywhere to look this up. Let's see if it says 216 at the top. 216. All right. Let's turn this off. Now this is the actual, like, either this is going to work or it's not moment. Yes! Oh, thank the Lord. Oh. I can start building in this computer now. Oh, man. The relief I feel right now. We're going to test a couple other things real quick before we move on and say this thing is officially ready to go. We're going to test all of his memory in this thing. I love when a plan comes together. Everyone running around talking about plans. Do I look like a plan guy to you? I'm not a huge fan of fish or seafood either. So it doesn't like this memory. I guess we're going to start... It's trying its damnedest, though. I'm going to pull them one at a time until something starts working. It'd be interesting if this will work fine now, and it just doesn't like that one stick, or the faster memory needs to be in the primary slot, but it definitely doesn't look. Yeah, that's got to be what it was. All right, so we've tested everything on this. So let's build ourselves a square PC. Get this out of here. This out of here. That out of here. That out of here. All right, let's get this set off to the side. This guy needs to go back up front. All right. I hate this case. I know I've said that like 5 times, but man, do I hate this case. All right. Okay, 3, 2, there we go. All right, let's see if we got post. Currently not seeing any post. So why are we not posting? Is it because I didn't have the video card plugged in? I'm wondering if that's what it was. 1, 2. DRAM, VGA, boot. Yep, I didn't have the video, like the HDMI plugged in. Oh, no keyboard detected. There you go. Now you got a keyboard detected. All right. I think this is good to go. I also think that this guy thinks that this is the bottom of the computer when it's definitely not. This computer is designed to sit the way that I have it right now. This is the bottom. Huh. I'm just noticing we have one RGB. Ooh, he's an Alpine fan. Let me see if I can get this one RGB bar down here lighting up, and then I think this thing will be... So we got the top ones. I think this thing will be good to get out of here. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpecVengeance. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my services, check out Bradenton PC Repair.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.